Tomorrow marks 5 years since George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis by former police officer Derek Chauvin. Floyd's death sparked nationwide outrage and calls for sweeping police reform in departments across the country. But this week, the Justice Department announced it is dismissing federal consent decrees and probes in several cities, including Minneapolis. Skylar Henry rode along with the city's current police chief to see what's changed since Floyd's death and the challenges that still exist.
The death of George Floyd at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer is still an open wound. That's how Chief Brian O'Hara describes the feeling in his city, even 5 years later.
The level of crime in the city skyrocketed, and it got bad, continued to get bad for a while after that.
I was here then, covering the protests that erupted after the tragedy.
Many of the people here at the site of where George Floyd died hope his death brings about more changes between law enforcement and the communities they serve.
O'Hara started as chief 2 years later, adamant about implementing changes from within, including leadership, arrest tactics, community engagement, and officer training.
In my experience, the people who are here today are dramatically different from the impression that I had of this department in 2020.
We rode along with the chief to areas the department identifies as hotspots or where crime is at its worst, like this corner, where a 6-year-old girl was killed by a stray bullet.
When you have that much gunfire, that's how you have innocent kids getting hit by bullets.
Minneapolis is one of the few major American cities where the violent crime rate has not improved much since 2020. Police data shows shootings are trending down. O'Hara says the department is doing the best it can, operating with far fewer officers than are needed.
I've been standing there with boys, teenagers, men are dead in the street, and mom is behind the crime scene tape wailing, and I'm going through my head thinking, we've had so many murders already this week. What happens if someone else dies? We don't have enough homicide investigators.
Some community members told us they feel relations with the police have improved.
Before, police used to pull over everybody. The kid on the street, they used to use a lot of difficult stuff, you know?
I think getting back to the basics, everything we do revolving around both reducing crime while earning trust with the community and trying to restore some pride in this profession, help our people heal.
Yes, Lord.
A healing process that takes time. For CBS Saturday Morning, I'm Skylar Henry in Minneapolis.